Alright, I want to do this video, and it's about the factory lead seam between the quarter and the roof. Different cars have it in different locations. This is a 73 Charger. It has it up here. And as you see, it's well leaded. You can heat the lead up and it'll take it off. I took the paint off of this and some body filler it had on it with the new Harbor Freight tool that I got. Okay. Now there are many options for this. You can either go ahead and lead it again with actual real lead, or which is a good deal, it works well, or you can use non-lead actual solder that works. It's lead free, and put it in there, and that works pretty good too. But like Fitzy does it, and then the way I like to do it is I like to make a panel that fits in through here, that's curved about the same, okay, and weld it in. It goes all the way to the frame of the rear window as well, because you're going to have to get all that nice and smooth all the way up to the top here. Okay? The reason is that no matter how good this solder is, or filler, the best filler would be Dynaglass, short strand, right? Fiberglass. Anyway, still, because we have a unibody car, the stresses of the body flexing constantly flexes this, and I can prove this on other cars that I have. Okay, now this is my 76 Charger, similar seam here. Okay, I used filler, okay, and I did not weld this side as an experiment. I welded the other side, but not this side. Okay, now as you can see, there's rust and cracking coming through, because even though there's filler there, it's still porous, and water or whatever is inside the metal or inside the B-pillar can get underneath and push it out, and the forces of the car moving around. These are pretty heavy cars, around 36 to 3,800 pounds, so these cars will flex a little bit. They're a big unibody. Now, taking a look at the other side. The other side, I went and I did it the right way. I made the patch panel. I welded it in. It's been this way for how long? Years. There's nothing. Not a scratch, not a bubble, nothing. Which proves that welding a patch panel is the best idea for this. Actually strengthening this area. True, it's not OEM. True, it's not original. Okay. But is it stronger? Is it rust free? Yes, another example. This one here is a 77 Cordova. Same sort of thing. Same panel. Same. A little different because it actually goes down into the B-pillar. You have to make it go all this way. So you can see that this is pretty smooth. Just needs finish work, and it'd be done. That's been like that for at least 5 or 6 years. Same thing on the other side of the car. Same repair, same deal. You can look at it any way you want to look at it. It's nice and smooth, and it's never going to come apart. Unless you flip the car, maybe. Here's another example of where these cars have a lead seam. Now, this one, because of the sun, the dark color, brown, black, happens more often because these heat more up. And there's a bulge right here. There's a bulge because out in the hot sun, it probably got past 800 degrees and it melted that solder. Here's another example of the 8-pillar solder joint. As you can see, this is a much prominent example because you can actually see the deformation of the lead, and that they did add a little filler over here. And it gets under there and it will start to rust there. This is why these pieces and these parts, I generally just make a patch panel, weld in, smooth, and goodbye. I have a pan directly under it to catch the lead. And there's the lead seam on this 73 Charger. On the other side, I already took it out. If it goes to, without saying that, if it's in good shape and there's no rust in this area, there's no reason to take the lead out. Leave it alone. But if it's already damaged, or there's rust in this area, then this is the way you're going to have to get it out. throw away this solder. I'll actually save it and clean it up, melt it down. That'll purify it. And I'll continue doing this until all the solder is off the car. One thing for sure, you should do this outside. If you're doing it inside, you have to wear a charcoal filtered respirator, because this stuff is toxic. Alright, now you've got it to this point. You heat up the metal. Taking a wire brush, preferably a stainless one, so it won't stick to it. And get the rest of the lead out. Now with a wet rag, I'll get the rest off the surface. After that, I'll use the wire wheel on a air tool. This is how clean your seam should be after you've gotten all the lead out. Now this seam still needs a little wire wheeling to get rest a little bit of residual lead that's in places like that right there. Like I said, wear a respirator. Then after it's all, you've got all the lead down, then you can start on making the patch panel that goes in there. Got the Harbor Freight Bauer tool. It's the surface conditioning tool. It comes with 3 rolls, 120, 240, and a black roll. And the black roll like this. This is the roll that took this down all the way down to metal. And you see it's still 90% there. Of course I left it out in the rain, so now I'm going to take the 120. I'm going to see how it works. As you can see, it's a great tool. Strips the metal right down. Even the slight surface rust with the 120, that was okay, did a pretty good job. I would probably put phosphoric acid on it and then go over it after it's dried. But anyway, that's a great tool for $129. It's the same exact tool as Eastwood as far as I'm concerned, which is over $200. So it's a great deal and a great buy. So it should work pretty well for doing this. If you don't have a blaster, this is the only way, really. The best way. Fast. 15-20 minutes, you'll be done with 1/4 of it. The other side, another 15-20 minutes. Prime it, you're good to go. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.